Hey guys, it's me. Hey, I just got off of work. It's been crazy, man, and I've been trying to find time to make a video and thinking about what I want to talk about. And I haven't made a video about RWBY in a while. Volume 8 is going to be coming out, God knows when, hopefully after this whole, virus situation is over. Things will go back to normal and, production on everything that was put on delay will go back to normal and everything. But that doesn't mean we still can't talk about what's going to come next and what we think is going to happen. And in case you forgot, Volume 7 ended off with a very, very big cliffhanger. Like, a whale-sized cliffhanger. So, Salem is here, and that's a problem. Why? Because Atlas is defenseless, pretty much. Ironwood has basically lost his goddamn mind. The Winter Maiden is not on his side anymore, and now he has no access to the relic. So I want you to imagine what's going to happen when Salem really does, like, descend on all of Atlas. Like, Atlas is going to get so incredibly screwed. Like, Atlas and Mantle in of themselves are going to get massively, massively trashed. Like, it is not even going to be fun. It is going to be... It's going to be a bloodbath. Like, and I think we also seem to have forgotten, a lot of us, that Tyrion got away, so he's probably off in Mantle, just off on a murder spree right now, laughing and having a grand old time, just slaughtering people as the Grimm just horde through the city, and it's like he won't even care. He'll probably end up killing some of the Grimm too. It's like he's out to kill everything. You know what I mean? And it's like Salem would want that because it's like, okay, good. Tyrion is out there spreading chaos and exerting my will. He'll lead the Grimm and let them do what they do. And so then I imagine then, like Cinder is gonna go right to Salem and give her the relic. Let's keep it real. It's like some people are sitting there and gonna assume that, oh, Cinder is gonna use the relic to ask a question and then she's gonna betray Salem. No, she's not. No, she's not. No, she's not. Cinder wants to be back into Salem's good graces because she wants to be rid of Neo so she can go kill RWBY herself. Let's keep it real. Alright? That's exactly what Cinder wants. Because think about it now, okay? Now that Cinder knows that Salem is coming and that she knows that she's here pretty much, and now that Cinder has the relic, she has no need for Neo. Now she can just take the relic, and if Neo's like, hey, give me that back, I want my credit, I want to be able to kill RWBY or whatever, well, she can't say that, she'll express that. Cinder will just be like, she'll light a flame in her hand and be like, oh, you want what now? I never agreed to anything. I'm gonna go kill RWBY after I hand this to my master. You can just go rush off and do whatever you want. I don't care. Because Cinder is that kind of bitch. Like, let's keep it real. That's the kind of bitch that she is. She's power hungry, conniving, and just straight up a bitch. But, I really don't think that there's, like, no reason for that. I think there's an actual legitimate reason for that, which I'll get to later in the video. But mainly right now we're talking about what Salem is going to do when she shows up, or now that she's there. And it's like, really, I see only a couple of options for what she's going to do when she gets there. Number one is that she just steamrolls all of Mantle and also just bodies everything and everybody in Mantle. Not just with the Grimm, but on her own. Like, she just strolls right up to the doorstep of the Atlas military, like on some Hela shit from Thor Ragnarok. Y'all remember that? What Hela did when she strolled up to Asgard during Ragnarok? You remember what happened? She bodied them all, destroyed them all. So I'm pretty sure that's what Salem is going to do. She's going to jump off of that whale, land right at the base of Atlas Academy, and she's just going to be like, "Come at me. Let's fight. You all want to see how powerful I am? You know that I exist now? All right, let's see what you got." And I'm pretty sure Ironwood hasn't told the rest of his army that she's immortal, because now Ironwood is faced with a very interesting problem. Now he knows that Salem is immortal. Now he knows that she can't be killed. So what do you think he's gonna do? tell his entire army, oh, she can't be killed now that she's here. Don't bother fighting her. Just submit to her. I really do think that Ironwood is gonna end up being an idiot, or like try to play it smart, and he's gonna try and keep the information that Salem herself is immortal from his army, and just tell them to hold her off while he comes up with a plan. And then that's gonna lead into him appointing Winter as the new leader of the Aesops, and then he's gonna send her and the Aesops after Team RWBY and Penny, because really they're the only huntsmen and huntresses in Atlas qualified to go after a maiden and the people protecting said maiden. Like, let's keep it real. Like, who else in Atlas is going to be able to go after them now? Because Clover's dead. Now they quite literally, do not have luck on their side now. So, it's like, the Aesops need a leader. Ironwood is going to have his hands full trying to direct his armies and his ships to go here and there, and to make sure that Salem is, kept at the back, I should say. You know what I mean? So, they're going to need someone to lead them, and Winter is really the only one, A, powerful enough, and B, qualified enough to lead all of the Aesops. Because really, when you think about it, she's kind of like, she was a rank above Clover anyway. So it's like, if anyone's going to assume his rank or assume his title after he gets killed by the enemy, it's going to be Winter. That just makes the most sense. You know what I mean? So there's that. But then it's like, when Salem gets to Atlas Academy, because that's probably going to be the first place she goes, she's going to body the crap out of everybody. And I'm talking about, she's going to do some, like I said, some hella shit, or either that, or it's going to be like some shit off of, for those who watch Naruto, she's going to pull a Madara versus Ninja Alliance, and she's just going to hand-to-hand and also magic, the crap out of everyone. Because we saw back in the flashback with her and Ozpin that she was able to just crush, and I'm pretty sure that was Salem that did that. She was able to just crush and fold the giant Nevermore like it was paper. And then, her battle with Ozma basically tore their entire castle apart, and they were both on even keel. And then it's like, Ozma, Ozpin, and Salem are assumed to have the same amount of magic and the same types of magic, because Salem was able to use fire and lightning and all that kind of stuff we saw in the flashback. So that's to assume that any kind of magic that Ozpin was capable of, Salem was capable of. Because magic in the world of Remnant is a very broad term, because, let's say, for example, in Fairy Tail, you have Dragon Slayer magic, and then you have, let's say, for example, Demon Slayer magic, or, let's use another example, Black Clover. You have, for example, black magic, or you have, let's say, fire magic, lightning magic, water magic, ice magic, things like that. In Naruto, you have different types of jutsu: fire style, water style, earth style, particle style, things like that. But in the world of RWBY, for the most part, it seems that magic is only restricted to the elements. But the gods said that they gifted magic to humans, and then back in the flashback, we saw humans shooting off laser beams and shit at the god of darkness and the god of light. So it's what's the full degree and extent of magic, you know what I mean? So it's can Salem just shoot pure plasma and that's it? Obviously not, because she scorched Ozma to a crisp with a giant fire blast the first time she killed him. So this is all looping around to the fact that Salem is going to absolutely beat the crap and destroy anyone who tries to fight her. She's going to make a display of it. You know what I mean? It's imagine this, right? She gets to the front of the academy, and Ironwood just has let's say 5 ships, just all guns trained right on Salem. Just do whatever you can to keep her back, and Salem just waves her hand, all the bullets stop, and then she just snaps her fingers, turns the bullets around, and then sends all of their ammunition back at the ships. Or let's say, for example, a bunch of guards, or a bunch of the paladin mechs that I'm pretty sure that Ironwood still has lying around, go to combat Salem, and then she just uses her magic to crush them like tin cans. And then any of the foot soldiers that try to come up to her, she doesn't even bother wasting her magic on them. She just hand-to-hand combat beats the crap out of them. Sorry, that's my phone vibrating. But when you think about it, really, it's like Salem was Ozma's wife. This man was a hero in the Warrior King of Vale at one time after he had broken up with Salem. This guy was a master warrior, so I'm pretty sure that Salem picked some things up. You know what I mean? And it's like her father was apparently some kind of dark king or whatever, and like, you know, back in their flashback, it was said that they escaped the tower together. So Salem knows how to fight, and I really don't think it's just gonna be a thing where she shoots magical beams at people. Otherwise, she wouldn't be wearing that immaculate combat dress with the boob window. You know what I mean? So after that, I'm pretty sure that after that, she's gonna show up, subjugate everyone, and then she's gonna be like, "All right, where's the maiden?" And then you know, Ironwood is probably gonna be like, "She's not here," or whatever. And then she's going to be like, well, bring her to me, or my forces will continue to destroy your cities, and I'll make you watch. Or something like that. Salem is going to be incredibly melodramatic and incredibly sinister about it, I can already tell. Because this leads into my next part of the video here, that leads into Cinder's backstory. Because I really do not think that Cinder started out the way that she is right now. I really do think at some point, as an allusion to her inspiration of Cinderella, that she grew up in Atlas or Mantle, one of the two, and she grew up impoverished, she probably grew up impoverished, and her parents probably left her or something, or maybe her dad left, and then maybe her mom left for a richer man or something like that, and then her father got married to, let's say, a richer woman, but this woman was, say, a lot more cruel to Cinder, a lot more, you know, cold-hearted as Cinder, and maybe perhaps this woman had daughters already, and they were Cinder's stepsisters, and they were cruel and fucked up to her, and that forged the Cinder that we see today, the one that wants power and that wants to be feared by people, and that somehow led her to seek out Salem, or Salem found her. Because when we go back to Tyrion for a second, Tyrion didn't seek Salem out. Salem sought him out. So that means to imply that a good majority of Salem's faction that are in her employ, she finds them. They don't find her, unless, you know, I'd like to think that Watts maybe sought Salem out, that he maybe figured something out, and he went to go find her. But that's a theory for another time. But that's what I think is going to end up happening. Like, as soon as Salem, sorry, I get mixed up. I'm so tired. But I think Cinder is going to give the lamp to Salem, and then Salem is going to ask the question, where's the relic of choice, to Jin. Jin is going to answer the question, and then at some point during the flashback or information about Salem finding out about where the crown is, Cinder is going to have a flashback to what's led her all the way up to this point, or whatever, after maybe Salem, pronounces how proud she is that Cinder was able to fail and make up for her failing and all that kind of stuff. You know, Cinder might have a flashback to her past or whatever, and we might finally get some real motivation for Cinder, because just like with Adam, I really do think that Cinder didn't start out this horribly wretched person, and that, you know, she's just a product of circumstance and the situation that she was put in as a young child. Sorry, that's also my computer going off. But, you know, those are my opinions on that. And then, as for what's going to happen with the Aesops and everything, like I said, I really do think that Winter is going to become their new leader, and she's going to be sent after Penny and the rest of Team RWBY, because, like I said, there's really no one else that's suited to go after them, because Harriet is obviously the fastest in Atlas, bar none, except unless you count Penny now with the maiden powers. And then it's like Elm is, you know, objectively one of the strongest, unless you count Ironwood, because, you know, cyborg enhancements and whatnot. You know, Vine seems like he's a really good strategist. Marrow, you know, his semblance is pretty broken, and as a Faunus, he's, you know, at least twice as strong as the normal human being. So it's like they're a good team. They lost themselves fighting Team RWBY because they were kind of full of themselves, and they really weren't in sync like they were during the first during those first 2 episodes of RWBY when they were in sync and they had Clover as their leader. But now with Winter as their leader, Winter doesn't play that whole, oh, what would you guys do without me stuff. Like, Winter is very militant, straight to the point, cold, calculated, and is like, I'm not going to say she doesn't have charisma, but it's like, Winter is like, I'm not going to say she's like Esdeath, because she's not, but Winter is very militaristic and no bullshit. Like, she will be like, we are going after them and we will get this mission done immediately now, and no one is going to stand in our way. We will do what the general says no matter what. And it's like, at this point, she really can't argue with the general. Like, whatever he says goes now. And that fight between Penny and Winter and Weiss, because trust me, Weiss and Winter are going to have to go at it. That is inevitable. And I will make a video about that later also. But that is going to be incredibly dramatic and intense, and I can't wait to see all that. So that's really all I've got to say. Salem is going to come through and mollywop everybody. The Aesops are about to have Winter as their leader. And, what else? Cinder is going to get her backstory finally revealed, and people can finally stop saying that she's a terrible villain, blah, 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 blah. So, with all that said, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up on social media if you guys want to chat more. I've also got a PlayStation account if you guys want to play video games with me or whatever. Just trying to stay sane and stay chill during the whole virus situation going on. I only really play like Uncharted online when I play PlayStation. So if you want to join my my crew on Uncharted online, feel free. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on so you know whenever I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay hype until next time.